Come on, man.
Okay, look at Power being coach. Coach DF.
Give me that.
Let's go.
Green.
Let's go! Switch everything, no threes.
Good defense, good defense. Yep.
That's fine, that's fine.
I'm on you.
Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that!
Power versus
Let's go, Power.
everyone else.
Welcome to a special edition of Sunday Night Basketball here on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, joined by, looking at the starting five for Boston. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. Then it's Derek White, then it's Jaylen Brown, and it's the Beast in at the 2. And for the Nets, we've got Santi Aldama. He's out there with Nicholas Claxton. And it's Hansen in at the 3, the small forward. Well, when you were a player, Richard, did you enjoy the early part of the season?
I loved the early part of the season. All the things that you worked on during the summer, you get to implement them at the start of the season. You get to see who was putting in work. That's the part that makes the game fun.
Aldama outside. Shoots from 12. Nice start for him. Taking his first shot.
That's a guy you want taking shots. A quality offensive player.
Pass to the Beast. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Nets. Here's Jeffries. He's definitely not pleased how he played against Boston. He takes it in. Here's Forte. Finds the open look, and it's on target.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And yep, it's good.
Feed the interior. Good things will happen.
About a minute played here so far in the first.
Celtics foul. Number 67. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Jeffries. He's guarded by White. Hansen.
That's a good contest, and when Jaylen is dialed in, he is an elite defender.
Here's White. Claxton with a rebound. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And you look at Derek White, Richard, the energy he plays with, it is remarkable.
That's his greatest attribute, his activity on both ends of the floor. Having a high motor is a skill. He keeps coming and tries to wear you down. Nobody's going to catch Brown in the open court like that. Nobody.
Poke loose. Here's the Beast. Tries again, and White lays it in.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Brooklyn with the ball. Jeffries, the pass to Forte. Over to the left wing. Here's Claxton. Boston with a rebound. They want to keep rolling here, following the win against Brooklyn.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Coaches love that kind of showing offensively, especially on the road.
Pass to Forte. The shot. Brooklyn, no good that time either. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. White looking it over. Here's the Beast. From outside the arc. Offensive board. Uses the glass on the layup.
Scooped up the board. Porzingis wasting no time going up with it.
Timeout called, the Nets. And when Porzingis can be a third option on a team, he is deadly and efficient, RJ.
We've always seen Porzingis as the guy or as a second option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes.
Nets trail by 4. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Porzingis on the double team. Claxton passes to Hansen, and stolen by Porzingis. Fast break, here come the Celtics, and finished off by Tatum.
Terrific lob, and Tatum takes care of the rest. This is how it's done. Those passes dunk themselves.
Here's Forte. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
And the foul on Santi Aldama. That's his first foul.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Here's the Beast. Against Brooklyn, he was really on his game. Lets it go from deep. Brooklyn with the board. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
And they got to the line at a good clip, but couldn't cash in, and it ruined their chances.
Leaving points at the free throw line can take the edge off of a team. You're playing physical, you're playing hard, and it's just not paying off.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the detail.
Nets trail by 6. On the floor for Boston. The two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. Then it's Derek White, and it's the Beast in at the 2. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, the Beast in their last matchup against the Nets was just insanity. He ended up with 37 points, and as always, a lot of those points came in bunches of 3. And just a huge game for him. His coaches would love to see him do it again. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
Well, the Nets shooting just 33% so far in this game. And the Nets, one of a handful of franchises to have never won an NBA title, RJ.
I was fortunate to be on those Nets finals teams in 2002 and 2003. The combination of Durant, Harden, and Irving was supposed to end that drought and save this Nets franchise, but it was not to be.
Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue, but in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, but it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
Perfect night so far, 2 for 2. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Celtics. 6-point game. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Here's the Beast. Nails it from beyond the arc. The Beast has got 5 now.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Here's Jeffries. Boston with a rebound. White's got 4 rebounds in the game.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Nets trail by 9. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Pass to Rupert. Aldama outside. He shoots. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now. Here's the Beast. Taken away. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. From the high post. Aldama outside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Jeffries. And from 16 feet away, he cans it.
A very high percentage look when the D is nowhere to be seen.
Outside Tatum. Pass to the Beast. From behind the arc. Sends it home from three-point land. Give him 8 points now.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Nets trail by 10. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Boston's gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Tatum from long range, and the Celtics another three.
No, this man Tatum can strike so quickly. He can just stop, pop, and pull up on a dime.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Coach is not happy with their effort on the defensive glass. They're giving up way too many second chance points.
We got some t-shirts for the loudest, craziest, most exciting fans in the building.
So both teams making some changes here.
In the air.
And so it's the Boston Celtics. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. We'll be right back with you shortly. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Celtics lead by 11. Santi Aldama out there with Nicholas Claxton. And it's Hansen in at the 3 slot. So that's the Nets 5. Tatum looking it over. That three's off the mark.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
The Celtics shooting it well, around 55% for the game. And how about Nick Claxton? You'd be hard-pressed to find a more versatile defender.
He's come so far in that area since he came into the league. He's become an elite defender. There isn't a position on the floor he can't guard.
And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Boston Celtics. On Tuesday, they go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic. And then on Friday, they'll be playing against Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And that game against the Kings, that's a game where you'd be surprised to see them lose. They'd have to have a really off night for them to get upset there.
And so he hits both. Boston leading by 9. Now Tatum. It's Brown on the wing. The shot's good. Brown's got 9.
Oh, come on. Just add vision to his perfect skill set. Like, when he's dropping dimes like that, like, Jason Tatum is a problem.
Pass to Forte. And Porzingis with the block. Here's the Beast. Guarded by Aldama. Takes one from 10 feet. The Beast shot is off.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Nick Claxton, despite his relatively slender frame, is a hard-nosed defender. He said, "I bow down to no one. Every time I step on the court, I always have that chip on my shoulder. That's just the fiery competitor that I am. At the end of the day, I know what I'll hang my hat on, the defensive side of the ball." Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks for that. Outside White. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. The Beast. Good.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, despite some uneven shooting from him, they're still out in front.
To the inside. And Claxton throws it down.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this 3rd quarter now. They get the rebound. The Beast. Count it. Good. He's got 12.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Nets trail by 13. Here's Forte. Oh, he connects. His 7th basket. He's 7 of 15 now.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
And Boston calls time here. Richard, one thing we're seeing an emphasis on by the league, mental health.
I'm surprised it took people so long to understand how grueling of a mental task it is to try and be one of the 450 year in and year out.
Pass to the Beast. Fires from deep. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Jeffries. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Down low. Here's White. Inside. White gets it to go.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Pass to Forte from the arc. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got 6 rebounds in the game.
He had it flowing from long range in the first half. Not sure what changed.
It's scooped up. Porzingis. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And when healthy, Porzingis is a highly impactful player. He is a 7th.
And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the 4th quarter. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Then it's Derek White, and it's Josh Hart, and it's the Beast in a shooting guard. Here's Forte. That shot is off. Good work defensively by White.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Pass to the Beast. Pulls it in from the elbow, and there it is for him.
Found some space to get off the mid-range, and he'll do damage from there if you let him.
Nets trail by 6. The ball's knocked loose. Here's Forte.
Celtics foul. Number 67. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Claxton against Hart. Clock at 6. Here's Aldama. No good there. Off the double clutch.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance. There wasn't a lot of resistance there at the rim. He just tricked off a little bunny.
In transition. Oh, Tatum with a throwdown.
Tatum just has too much bounce right there. Better be careful. You're trying to stop that.
About a minute and a half into the 4th now. Here's Forte. He's guarded by White to the middle. Here's Hansen. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Celtics lead by 8. And he's going for the lob. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. Brown with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Here's the Beast. The kick out to White. 4-3. And the Celtics another 3. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
Well, something else that has stood out to me has been their aggressiveness on the boards. They're just out-hustling the opposition on the offensive glass. Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Jeffries checked in for Johnson, so he gets them both.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Timeout called. Brooklyn.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
On the wrong side of a scoring run here, we might see a lineup change. I'll be pretty curious.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. He wants them to show more heart, saying, quote, they are outworking us, you guys. At some point, you've got to decide you want to box out and that you want to protect the ball. He does not sound too pleased with the performance. Back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. Shot clock at 6. Here's Claxton. Blocked! And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there. And the foul called on the Boston Celtics.
At the line, 2 times.
That one's off.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
Second free throw, no good.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
White, the pass to the Beast. It's good.
67.
The Beast has got 10 points in just the second half.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Pass to Claxton. Here's Forte. He's covered by Hart. Ooh, poked away. Over to the wing. Here's Jeffries. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Here's Tatum. Rebounded by the Nets.
When you're that open, do you really need to go with the leaner?
Inside, the Beast. And he gets that one.
67.
The Beast has got 20 points.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Nets trail by 17. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Claxton passes to Hansen. Aldama outside. Claxton with it. He's covered by Hart. 6 to shoot from the wing. Nets keep it alive.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. And the Celtics lead by 19. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And how about Jaylen Brown, Richard? Named to his first All-NBA team in 2023. A very important piece to him.
NBA, what timing. It made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax. At the time, it was the largest contract in NBA history. And how did he follow it up? He won the Larry Bird Award as the best player in the Eastern Conference playoffs.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
What an impressive performance for him tonight, particularly on the scoreboard. But understand, the team's unselfish play, the ball movement, the player movement allowed him to convert consistently on the offensive end.
Boy, it's not hard to be blown away by his level of play. It's never easy winning on the road, but to do it in this fashion, that's a special performance right there. Here's Aldama, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
No debate there. He got hammered.
And he makes the first.
At the line.
And he makes both free throws. Here's Tatum. It's Brown on the wing. Here's the Beast. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. Hey, guess what? Mission accomplished.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball.
A classic breakdown with the ball, sending it right out of bounds and giving the defense a freebie.
Nets trail by 19. Here's Jeffries. Aldama outside. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Tatum's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's the Beast.
Fourth quarter.
Lets it go from 11. Again, Boston.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Here's Forte to the left wing. Here's Jeffries. Tipped. Outside Tatum. Pass to Brown. Here's the Beast. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter here. From deep three-point land. Brooklyn with the board. Aldama's got a rebound number 5 here tonight.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and
So we see the Celtics taking the W here. A statement road victory. So impressive.
statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Hi, I'm Girl Game Renee, and here's some community tips on shooting. The first tip, of course, is definitely shooting wide open is the best shot to take. 2 would be if the defender has his hands down, hand down, man down. So definitely take that shot. And 3, definitely creating great spacing. And these are the 3 top defensive tips. My number 1 defensive tip is on-ball defense.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one out of the starting group for Orlando. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. Jalen Suggs is out there with Black. And it's Rush in at the 5. And for the Celtics. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. And it's the Beast. And there's Porzingis. And it's Pritchard in at the 1 spot. And looking at this game in terms of the NBA Cup, there are major implications here tonight.
Yeah, both these teams come in at 1-0, and with just 4 games in the group stage, the difference between 2-0 and 1-1 is massive. I'm sure that's not a fact that's lost on either of these coaches.
Right wing. Back to Suggs. 3-pointer. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
Oh, terrific move offensively from Suggs. He is locked in on that shot and finishes.
Here's Tatum. Basket good.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Wagner, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Porzingis.
Well, you know Wagner is an aggressive scorer, someone who challenges the defense and makes them foul.
2 shots.
Both free throws good from Wagner. Franz Wagner, as we know, Stan, came into the league with a splash and hasn't really slowed up since.
Now, Kevin, I think he's surprised a lot of people. He has never played like a young guy. He's always played with the maturity of a veteran guy, and he just keeps getting more and more responsibility. He's handled it well, and then he could become a perennial all-star.
I like that assessment. Got loose. It's stolen by Banchero. Second shot opportunity, and the pass to Suggs. Connects from 3-point range. Suggs has got 8. Celtics have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Takes a 3. Rebound by the Magic. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, in that one, the shot selection wasn't terrible, but they had to tighten it up. That did not happen.
Seems like they did all they could, and sometimes it still doesn't go your way.
Here's the Beast. He picked up 24 points in their last one against Brooklyn.
And on the defensive end, he was extremely disruptive, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Well, there's an example of Brown's ability to see the floor. Nice pass right there.
And that's a foul called on the Beast. That is his first foul of the game. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Passes to Suggs. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving.
To the paint. The layup off target.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Back the pass to Rush. Suggs in the corner. And the slam dunk by Rush.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
Using the bounce, Tatum just explodes to the hoop. So quick.
No one near Suggs as he lets it go. A 3-pointer is right on target. He's got 13.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first.
Well, it's a player's league, but certainly coaching has its place.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
Well, Coach Van Gundy, you spent a number of seasons with the Orlando Magic franchise. And looking back at that time, what stands out?
Well, Kevin, what stands out for most coaches in jobs, we actually won a lot there, and the winning stands out. I coached a great group of players, inherited not only talent, but guys of high character. It was winning, and it was fun.
We did a lot of winning down there.
We did.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. 8-point game. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Here's Black. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. So take a look at the Celtics. And their NBA Cup run started with a victory.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Black. Feeds it to Rush. Back to Black. And he goes in for the dunk.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
On the court for Orlando, Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. Suggs out there with Black. And it's Rush in at the pivot, manning the middle. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The Beast in the last matchup against Brooklyn put on a show. He scored 24 points and did his job on defense with an impressive number of steals. Showed up once again in what's becoming the norm for him of late. We'll see what he has in store tonight. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Black the pass to Suggs. It's good. Suggs has got 4 points now in the quarter.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Pass to Brown. Second chance shot. And it's Porzingis laying it in. And the Celtics lead by 3.
Well, this is the dirty work you love to see Porzingis doing. Saving the play and getting them a bucket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The pass to Black. Fires from the wing. Again, the Magic score.
Suggs really coming into his own. It's those passes that make a difference.
Brown the pass to the Beast. Orlando grabs the miss. Rush has got his 4th rebound in this one. Takes the 13-footer, and it's Wagner missing.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They want him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
Drills it from outside. The Beast's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
To the inside. And it's Banchero missing. Celtics leading by 6.
The flush by Tatum. Well, with his dribble moves, Tatum will get where he needs to go, and he's an outstanding finisher.
Here's Black. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Bulls in Chicago.
Yeah, and I thought he was locked in defensively. I think he had like 3 steals on the night.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points. Now a timeout called by Boston. Kenrich Williams, he's checked in for Porzingis.
And a moment now to check out some of the numbers for the Beast. And ranked among the top 10 in scoring, he can fill it up with the best of them.
And as you said, #1 in steals this season. He's the sneakiest ball hawk in the league right now. Hide everything you've got because he's coming after you.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Monk finds Banchero. Back to Monk. The three. Rebounded by the Celtics. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. Sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them. Here's the Beast. 8 points for him. 5 on the clock. And here's Tatum for 3. He just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Banchero dishes to Rush. Passes it to Wagner. Here's Banchero. Some solid defense from Brown. On offense, here are the Celtics. They're on a 12-4 run.
Well, look, you're talking about one of the more dynamic scorers in this league. Jason Tatum putting on a show.
Now Augustine still scoreless. Down low. Here's Rush. A shot, no good. Excellent D there from Williams. 1:21 left in the first half of the game. Out to the right wing. Pritchard passes to the Beast. Monk grabs the board.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Augustine, that's good.
Banchero is a willing passer, a trait you love to see in a young star.
Tatum against Banchero. Inside, Tatum!
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Williams against Monk. Has to Rush. Shoots from the right block. Second chance effort. He takes it up and lays it in. Rush has got his second basket of the night.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to this level.
And when you talk about Jaylen Brown, you have to bring up his two-way ability. He's a pure scorer who can also guard the opposing best.
So it's Boston. 13 points up at the end of the period.
The Celtics, 57. The Magic, 44.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
The post pair. Tatum and Porzingis. Then there's Jaylen Brown. And it's the Beast. And it's Pritchard in at the 1. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. And so the ball's out of bounds. Wagner touched it last. Here's the Beast. This is the most they've led by 13 points.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
The first overall pick, and Stan, we have seen this kid, 6'10" Paolo Banchero. How impressive have you assessed his passing skill?
Well, Kevin, it was the thing that surprised me most about him when he came in the NBA. I knew he could put the ball on the floor and attack the basket, get to the free throw line, but he is one of the best big playmakers in this league, making the game easier for all of his teammates.
Wow, what a great asset.
You aren't kidding.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. As its superstar says, it's like anything in life. It's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin, but you just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. EA, thanks. Now, here's Suggs. He's tightly guarded.
That's one for their first 4 to start the second half.
Round with it. Picked up by Suggs. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Knocked away.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
The Beast can't hit.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Stan, I could talk about coaching with you from morning till night, but what's the most difficult part of coaching that maybe the average fan doesn't know about?
Well, there's probably...
His second trip to the line in this one.
Line for your Celtics. Jaylen Brown at the line with 1 shot.
That free throw good from Brown.
A talented scorer and versatile defender. The athletic Brown is a vital piece for this team.
Here's Monk. Connects on the 17-footer. Monk's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And so it's the Boston Celtics up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And it's
the Magic 72.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Anthony. 4th quarter on the floor for the Magic. They've got Franz Wagner, Malik Monk out there with Cole Anthony. Then it's Rush, and it's De Silva in the power forward. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Pippen against Anthony. Pippen, the pass to Porzingis. Inside, the Beast. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Next up in the docket, the Bucks following this one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Here's Monk. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
Pippen feeling it out a bit. It's good. And the Celtics lead by 10.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And here's Brown. Here's the Beast. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Boston.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And the other thing we've seen them do well tonight is dropouts. Time and time again throughout this game, they one trip to the line and convert.
Substitution on
for White. To the middle. Out to Porzingis. Here's the Beast. 6 to shoot. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Here's Suggs. An easy 2 points on the layup. Suggs has got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, he's got that clutch gene in him. Suggs digging deep when they need it.
Brown outside. Ball's not loose. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Offensive rebound. Here's De Silva. And they convert at last on attempt number 3. De Silva's got 4 this quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Magic.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And just a great job converting those second chance points as well. They're having a great night getting those second and third shot opportunities.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're up by 3. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Jalen Suggs.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Orlando's coach talk to his team. Now with the game in the balance, coach told his team to play loose. Don't overthink it. We got this far playing our game, and we can win the same way. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
And the young star, Ben Carroll, comes up huge down the stretch.
Tatum from 3.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Ben Carroll finds Rush. Come on!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Tatum taking it in. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for Orlando. So they foul intentionally. And Orlando has possession. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Jason Tatum, second personal foul.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
Well, you know, he's already an all-star level talent. Banchero's upside and his versatility, you've got to be excited about his future. Taking care of business at the line, converting on all those free throws helps them build this lead.
And an intentional foul right there.
Porzingis, fourth personal foul.
It's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Well, guys, from day one in this league, Wagner has been an exceptional free throw shooter.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest, this game's over.
He kicks it to Black. So the Magic win it. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did put off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that'll do it, folks. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.